The future of work and leadership always starts with us. Welcome to the Dr. Ginny Show. Let's dive in. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Dr. Ginny Show. I am so excited because I have something really interesting to share with you today. I left a video in our private LinkedIn group for my community, and the topic that I chose is one that I also want to share with you. During my walk on Sunday, I was talking to our community about the value of integrating your career goals with your life. Because one of the things that's becoming very clear to me is that life happens. And during the course of business, there are many situations when companies, due to the economy, the financial health of the company, we need to make cuts. We need to do layoffs. We need to downsize the budget, sometimes significantly, especially when we've had a merger and acquisition and we have a lot of duplicity in the functions of the company. And so what happens is some of the clients that have come to me most recently are those who are transitioning because of a downsizing or because of a restructuring that happened in their company that either left them out because of their department being downsized or their teams being downsized. And so what I notice happens for many of them is that there's this sense of guilt and regret. And many of them have spent so many years devoted to their work, working so hard with their teams, delivering the projects. And when they get the news, which by the way, there's no nice ways to deliver that news, they're extremely disappointed and they feel this sense of, I wasn't valued. And so when you are in this place where you say to yourself, I put in all these years, and when they had to cut budget, I was let go or my team was let go. You feel that all the sacrifices you have made to ensure that you were showing up as the best leader that you could, as the best contributor that you could, delivering those projects, leading your teams, guiding the decisions that had to be made at the strategic level and the tactical levels, that all of that was for nothing because you have potentially been neglecting your life and your personal goals and your values. I'm saying this with so much love in my heart. I know it happens to all of us at one point or another when we are just quote unquote grinding and we realize, wait a minute, something has to give. How do I create a life and career that isn't just about my title, where I feel only identified by the title that I have, and I will do whatever it takes for me to have that title, even if it means sacrificing my family and my loved ones. The reason why this topic came up for me recently is because my mom just celebrated her 80th birthday. And nothing makes my mother happier than to have her kids, the three of us, myself and my brothers, and my nieces and nephews, and my sisters-in-law, who are like her daughters, together. We had our closest friends and our closest family members celebrating my mom's 80th birthday. And all she wanted was a nice dinner that we arranged for her. When I noticed the people that were surrounding my mom and the messages that each of them shared with her about what was the most endearing story they had about my mother, it all boiled down to her care for us, the attention that she has given all of us, the sacrifices she has made for us, the vision she had for our family and for children, and how her sacrifices have really helped us create the lives that we have today. One thing that just popped in my head was my mom has always been a professional woman. She has run her business now for 45 years or so. I now happen to be in the same boat where I left the corporate world and I've been running my own business for 8 years. And during that time, for her and for me, we've had to be the head of household. We've had to provide for our family. And at the same time, she was always there for us. And similarly for me, my number one priority is to be there for my son, Kyle, who will be graduating from high school soon. So I will be an empty nester like many of you may be in that situation as well. So now that we are in this stage of our lives, wherever you may find yourself, I want to ask you to stop with me and let's do a quick assessment. How are you feeling about your career and about what's happening in your life? And this is simply an opportunity for us to take the pulse. And if you find that, Ginny, you know what? My career is actually going great, but I feel like my family life has paid the price. Number one, give yourself grace. Number two, let's look at your life holistically. When I teach at the Elevate program of Executive Bound, I expose our members to the wheel of life. The wheel of life, and the simplest way that I can describe it is, has 7 key areas. It includes your career, your relationships, both family as well as intimate relationships. It includes your finances, your health your health and nutrition, your fun and recreation. It also includes your physical environment, your how you're growing personally, your spirituality, and your community. You can add any other area that is meaningful to you. Let's do a quick assessment. If you were to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on how you are doing in any of those areas of your wheel of life, how would you rate yourself? And if you had to take a big wheel of cheese and pull out the pieces of the wheel of cheese in those different areas of your life, based on that scale from 1 to 10, 10 will be I'm doing excellent. 1 is I'm not doing that great in those areas. I'm neglecting those areas right now. If you were to take that wheel of cheese and cut out the pieces based on your score, how uneven would this wheel be? Which indicates how bumpy your ride currently is in your life. If we don't stop to do this now and assess based on where I am in my career, my seniority, etc., how am I doing in my career and how am I doing in my life? What could happen is because you could have such a strong bond and identity between your title and who you are as a human, that you are sacrificing everything for that title. You may find yourself when life happens and business senior leaders have to make decisions to cut down budgets, that when that happens to you, you feel tons of regret, fear. You lose your identity because that was how you saw yourself with that title. And you also feel lots of guilt because there were so many things you sacrificed and you realize that that's what you were doing when it happens. I would like to invite you to explore that now while you may not be in that situation, so that when it happens, you're not taking it personally, where you say they didn't value me, they didn't appreciate what I did. It was a decision that had to be made. It was a business decision. And so if you look at it from that angle, you feel like you are complete and whole in other areas of your life. It becomes an exercise in updating your resume and finding another role versus feeling like your whole world is caving. If this is you, my friend, again, give yourself grace and then let's talk. Let's connect and let's find out how you can best integrate your career that you love and that you are really good at with the rest of your life. And if this is something that resonates with you, leave me a comment and let me know how you go about integrating your life with your career so that there are no regrets or fears or this guilt when life happens. And as a senior leader, if you are ready to continue to develop your team and you want to explore what we have available for you, I want to make a very special invitation to you, extend an invitation to join us at our free masterclass with massive value. I want to show you what it's like to learn in our environment and I lower the stakes so that it is completely risk-free to you. You can join us by going to drginnybaro.com/events and check out our next masterclass coming up at the end of this month in April. I cannot wait to support you, to serve you, and to connect with you. You know where to find me at callwithginny.com, or you can reach out to us directly at info@executivebound.com. Live with purpose, live with joy, and thank you for joining me today in the Dr. Ginny Show.
If you enjoyed today's content, I appreciate your review so others can find us, and share it with your friends. And to stay in touch, join our community to receive valuable strategies and expert advice at drginnybaro.com. See you soon.